Hello, good morning. Welcome back to today's session. I guess today the portal is working, so we are gonna have a private session with just VIP members. But if you do have any pair recommendations, send it in the Discord channel so I can see it, and then I will do my best to go over it for you. Okay. Alright, let's start. Let's not waste time and let's crack on with it. Right, so I think the dollar has moved back into another consolidation, which is a pain. Because once it does that, it makes trading a bit harder. I preferred one-sided movement or one-side movement. Right now, we had this bounce. Okay, there was a daily level in here that I liked. There's a daily level in here that I liked, and price is bouncing off from again another monthly. I think 3 months. If I go to the 3 months time frame, okay, is the last down candle prior to all this move up. The high of this candle comes in at 92.65, and that's where this candle got the bounce from. Okay, if I drop down to the monthly, it's a gap with the last down candle, the high. That's where we are finding support right now. We are finding support here. So I went in for a swing low to form and at least a bit of a retracement to close in some of this down movement. And we did get quite a bounce, and then we just completely stalled up in here. So for now, it's a bit tricky because we have formed a swing low 1 2 3, and we have formed a swing high 1 2 3. Okay, so that has brought this pair into a consolidation with equal high in place. So maybe they are setting the stage for Friday NFP. So what might end up happening is they might stay in this consolidation in this area here, and then on Friday send price up to clear this equal high and then send it up a little bit more. On the 4-hour, you can see the pattern I used to determine price change, direction change is there. So we might come for a retracement. We might come for a retracement and then setting the stage for, or because they've already set the stage for this. You can see what they've done. Right, that has left equal low. That is a low, high, lower low, higher low. So that's a trend change. So retracement should cause price to take this equal high out, and that's what I'm watching out for coming this week. Right, so how will I set the stage, or how would I play this? I'm looking at what is in price, right? My attention goes in here today's Wednesday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So maybe we might form the low of the week somewhere in here. Right, just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I think some people were having issue regarding the portal, so let's carry on. Okay, so like I said, I think I'm looking for a low to form somewhere in here. It could be this one. Okay, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we scream up for this equal high for Friday. Okay, so let's see if we get a low formed. I want to see price reject. I don't want to see price come below here. That is not the case. I want to see price reject between this low and that high. If I put the Fibonacci tool and I change this to my normal Fibonacci, you can see we are trading at the 61.8, but I want price to come to let me change this to 2 hours. Maybe I'll find, maybe not. I was looking for a particular candle, this down candle in here. It's a tiny little one, but that's the one I'm focusing on, or this up candle. Okay, so this up candle in here, that's where my interest is. I want to see price give a bounce from there. Yeah, that's what I want to see, price bounce from there, and then we set the stage for coming back to run this equal high. Okay, so let's see if we get that. Overall the dollar is bearish. It's just the fact that it's formed a swing low. Okay, it's meaningful on the daily time frame. It's meaningful, but what has come in place that has made it a bit difficult is that it has also formed a swing high that we failed to close above this high, and we've closed below this low. So we have a swing high and a swing low. All right, so we have moved back into consolidation again. Now let's jump on to Aussie. Same thing. with this run up and breakdown, I was expecting price to continue to go down to come and take out this low, but again, like I said, we've moved back into consolidation. Therefore, price is gonna move with the high time frame direction, which is this one is bullish, but we cannot see terribly any kind of special movement to the upside. Yeah, it's like we're going up and then we come back down, and lots of wicks, so it's a bit tricky. On the 4-hour, when we broke down here, I was looking at these 3 down candles to act as support and send price down. We did get one there, and yesterday we did get this price to push down a little bit. I was looking for this low to be run, and I personally had a sell stop below this low so that I can go with the momentum to the downside, and that wasn't the case, and then price decided to continue going up. So I don't think it's necessary for price to run this high. I don't see that now. So what might end up happening if I pull my fib again? What might end up happening was I was looking for price to have like support at this level, but now it's gone above it. My next level for support is up here, and let's see if you get that. Okay, we are doing a VIP session, so I can do this. Okay, so if I measure this candle, you can see we've reached the 2%, which is the projection of this down candle to the upside. So we might see some high forming here for a bit of a retracement. If I do measure this one, rather, it lines up with that last up candle right there. Okay, so where we are, so there I should see some form of rejection. Okay, so if we do form that rejection pattern in here around somewhere, I will be interested in taking a sell. Again, looking at what we have in place right here, we did have a high, sorry, have a lower low. That's a pattern that I look for price to set the stage for another run. So price is not allowed to go down first. It has to go up and then set the stage for equal low, and then come back down and run it. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Maybe they're setting the stage for Friday to come and run this low. As we are right now, wait for a rejection pattern and then sell short again. And if you get stopped at, then what might end up happening? I think I did share an example of that on code yesterday. You move to the daily, and then you measure this high to that low, and then we project it to the upside, and we take longs for a continuation to the upside, because price is not willing to come down, so we have to continue with the buying. All right, New Zealand yen is a relatively weaker than Aussie. It's not even weighted all the way up there. Again, I like this part. I like this pair because it was the one that was giving lots of energy to the downside. You can see this pulled down, it couldn't do anything to the upside, and then it pulled down again, tried to go up, and then it pulled down, and then all of a sudden we have this price push up, taking out this short-term high. So again, if I do the measurement, yeah, we are bouncing off from the 127. So look, the 50% level of this last up candles 50% of this last up candle will be an area of interest for me. Okay, so let's see if price gets up here. Right, you can participate in a short-term buy. Yeah, short-term buy with a stop below here, targeting there, and then once we get up here, I'll look to see if we're gonna get rejection to the downside. All right, euro is also pushing up. We did run this long, we came above it, so I'm treating this as a run on stop. Okay, right there. So we did run that and quickly rejected, retracement, and we're seeing price pushing up now. I'm treating this as a run on stop. We did have that upside objective which couldn't meet, or price didn't get there, and then we had this move to the downside. So again, on the upside, I'm looking for this pair to continue on to the upside, at least to get to that level. So for now, I'm looking at this last up candle for a target. Yeah, so we should see price get to this last up candle as a target, and then once we get up here, we're gonna see what price is gonna do. If I just drop back down to the dollar, if dollar do find support there, then I think euro might find support up here. It is the last up candle. Over time, I'm gonna show you how I use these things. So if this level fails to act as support, then I have to consider the last up candle to act as support for a push down. So if we've gone through the last down candle in here, then I have to consider the last up candle. So if I do take a trade here and it's a loss, then I have to consider this one as a trade, and if that's a loss, price has changed direction again and we continue going up. So this down candles, okay, should have acted as support for continuation to the downside. We've breached them, so price should reach for the last up candle, and then this up candle should act as support and send price back down. If it doesn't and it breaches it, then we're going to use this whole down candles as manipulation on the daily time frame and project it to the upside and look for upside objectives. Okay, all right, so that is euro for you. On pound, rather, I did have a level not there. I did have a last down candle in here that I was looking for price to come back. Now after we've broken above today's high, after going above yesterday's opening price, which was down here as yesterday's opening price, we've traded above it. That's yesterday's high. Okay, once we breach this, what I would like to see is price to retrace back down into this down candle and then find support. We did have a beautiful example of it in here. Yeah, so price, we open up, price went above the previous day. Let's say today is 23rd, okay, and then on 22nd, 23rd, price breached the high of 22nd, which is this one here. And then when price breached that high, okay, it caused price to retrace all the way back to this down candle and then acted as support, and we had a continuation to the upside. So the same thing in here. If we breach this high, I want to see price retrace all the way back down and find support here, and then send price up again. That's why I have this level. However, if you don't get that, maybe it will just key off from this down candle and then continue pushing up. Remember, this is the strongest pair out there. Compared to the if I use there is, and if I go to performance, right, today Aussie is the strongest, but let's go on to the month. Okay, pound and euro are still up there. All right, pound and euro are still up there, with the dollar as the weakest, the dollar as the weakest, the dollar as the weakest. So we might see this thing taking out that equal high. That equal high on the daily is still my upside objective. Okay, but I wanted them to take that one on Friday. Yeah, so maybe stay in here for now and then take it on Friday. But since price is doing what it's doing, I just have to respect what price is doing. I just don't want to buy here whilst we still have that 1 hour level down there. Okay, it's very nice level. They left it clean, so chances are they might come back for it during New York. Okay, so be mindful. But if you want, you can buy it where it is. It's just that your stop is going to be a bit wider. Yeah, and place your stop down here and targeting that equal high. Okay, we've come above these 2 down candles, so like as a rule of thumb, you can measure this and it should take you above that equal high. Right, equal high. So whatever happens, I think that equal high is gonna go, but how they do it is the puzzle to find out. Okay, so what I want to see is a push back down for a retracement during New York, and then send it up there. Okay, like I said, if you want, you can take it as it is now, and then I just don't like the risk to reward. And the only time I could have been a buyer, okay, because this is something like this, okay, and we didn't get that. We had, so we've now breached a high for me to be confident and say, okay, price is gonna go up. Therefore, it's either we're gonna go straight up or we're gonna come back down. Again, like I said, I like this level. It's clean. So now is the time for me to consider a buy after we've breached this high, right? So for a buy, if you buy here, your target is there, but your stop loss has to come here because of this clean area we have down here, right? Let's leave this as it is and go into pound, euro pound. Okay, euro pound. Yesterday I did mention that daily level is a very nice level, but on Friday it got stuck. Yes, Monday it got stuck again, and then Tuesday we had this nice move up. Okay, I think overall this thing is bearish for now. On 4 hour we are making lower lows and lower highs, so this could be another lower high for another lower low to form, targeting this equal low, this equal low down here. Yeah, so with that said, I think I would have loved price to come up here for a continuation to the downside. it didn't happen. So we just have to treat it. We have to treat it as we have it. This down candle is what is providing support. Remember what I just explained? If this doesn't support price, then this has to support price. So we had this and a continuation to the downside, or this and a continuation to the downside. So this or that one, right? We don't know which one will act as support, but looking at what we have in here right now, is this one is providing support. So with a trade idea, what I could do is combine both of them and then sell short and look for a continuation to the downside. We've been in here, so maybe ultimately to come back down in here. Right, to come back down in here, and then because we have a low and a lower low, this should not give away, or it shouldn't break it straight away. It should offer another bounce, and with that bounce, so something like this. Okay, then we come and take out this low, because this one will form as equal lows. So that's what I will personally look at. So if you want to take this as a trade idea, the stop loss should be above this, because there will be possibility that price will come up here for this last up candle before this move down and find support there for continuation to the downside. If this one gives up, then we're gonna measure this down candles, project it to the upside, and then we be a buyer. Okay, that's how I mainly trade these conditions or this style. If price fails to give me or to find support there, then what I'll end up doing is I will project this move to the upside and then be a buyer. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna get this for today, right? So for trade idea, like I just said, your stop has to go above here, and then you target this low. Okay, so let me take a picture of it and leave this one here. Actually, let's take something off once we breach this level here. So TP1, and then TP2. And take a picture. Post it here, and it should go everywhere. Okay, that has been sent. I just needed to do a bit of update on some of the trades that we had. Aussie yen, I think the yen has gone back to a consolidation, and what might end up happening is, because yen is in consolidation, Aussie is turning back up. Sorry, I'm looking at on a different screen with my currency futures. Okay, I'm looking at my currency futures. Ultimately, the yen has gone into a consolidation, and Aussie not willing to come back down, so it's causing this pair. Again, because the daily is still bullish on this, we found support at the down candle, and it's retracing back up. So we do have, I think we did run this high, so we do have this last up candle as our next upside to see what price will do once we get up here. So we will have to be patient and see what price is gonna do up here. Okay, yen is a bit tricky pair to trade, so Monday, Tuesday, if I drop down on the hourly, right, we can go up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, and then still be okay for price to come back all the way down. That's how crazy this yen is. Okay, you can see we can go up Monday, Tuesday, all the way up, and then Friday find ourselves back down. Now, sometimes I personally, I don't like trading the yen pairs. You can see the pairs that I trade is because of the signal service that recently I've been trading them. But if not because of the signal service, these are my personal pairs that I trade exclusively. Yeah, these are the pairs I trade exclusively. And if I'm to give signals on this, then we have to be a lot patient, because I don't trade them quite often. Okay, trading is not everyday trade. You have to find high probability setups before you take trades. But because I'm providing signal, okay, and I'm looking at all this, sometimes it's so hard to ignore when you have a signal on, or you have something on a pair, but it doesn't always equate to taking the trade on them. Yeah, that's why I don't like trading the yen pairs. They manipulate it a lot. The Japanese yen is a pair that is being manipulated a lot, right? So with all that run, okay, I'm looking for up here for kind of support to come in, and then a rejection. So if we do get up here and we get a rejection, I might be interested in going short. If not, then I have to be on the sideline. Okay, all this movement here is a bit tricky to trade. So we have a daily level, that's the level I like, and then I'll see if we find support there, then I'll be looking for something to trade with. We do have the same thing on this, but you can see how tricky to trade this right now. We did run down 2 weeks ago, breaking this low, and we are finding support at this down candle. Okay, price is not willing to go above it. Any movement above it is being cut back down inside it. If we manage to break it, then we might be looking for some longs to go up in here, right? But for now, because we are still in this down candle, okay, then we have to look for shorts. That's the way it is. You have to look for shorts, and if it's not providing any meaningful level for shorts, then we stay away. Okay, we stay away, because any moment this thing can just drop down and kill any longs. All right, so for now I'm staying away, and then if we do manage to break above or close above this box here, then I'll be interested in longs to go up into that level. Right. Swiss yen, another pair that is also controversial. Okay, Swiss is very manipulative, yen is very manipulative, so it's quite two pairs that are on the same degree. On the high time frame, we have traded to if I go monthly, we traded to this level, which provided support and rejection, and price is unwilling to budge to go down. The daily time frame is still bullish, so we look for a continuation to the upside. I was looking for rejection, and up here I was looking for a rejection up there for a continuation to the downside. That is not the case. It's not willing to come back down. Okay, so if it's not willing to come back down, we do have these equal highs up here, so we have to target them, because equal highs and equal lows are magnet to price, like I keep repeating all the time. They are magnet to price. But because this is a weekly, if this was a 1 hour time frame, that I'll say forget this level and then we look for this. Okay, because if this was a 1 hour time frame, I won't pay too much attention to this. But this is a weekly time frame. Yes, a lot of money involved in sending price down. So once we've come up here, what I want to see is some form of a bit of a rejection. Okay, so it's not ideal to be buying, but because the daily is still bullish, okay, the daily is not willing, it's finding support at every down candle, finding support at every down candle. So it means that the intention is to continue buying until we get a break, like I showed you on New Zealand yen. Until we get a break of a down candle, then we have to still conform to the buying, right? On the 4 hour, I think that was Monday. Yep, Monday price was trading here, and I personally said I wanted to see price break this low, and then once we break this low, maybe it'll find support, and then we continue going down because of this high time frame level I have there. But it didn't do that. But if it doesn't, then if you're in favor for the longs, then you buy it with a stop down here and target this high. I think that's what happened. So the target is to run this high again for a continuation to the upside. All right, so on the upside, let's go back down. That is where price should seek the next price liquidity. On the daily, however, I don't see anything in here. It's the weekly that I was interested in. Okay, it's the weekly that I was interested in. This last up candle, if I measure the main threshold, you're gonna take the target in stages, right? So there, there. So 1, 2, 3. That's the upside objectives. So for now, your stop has to be below this. Okay, and target that one, and then that one. Right, price is unwilling to come down, so stop below this, target this, and that. If we do get stopped out, then we have to wait and see, because price is very ugly. I might have to look into showing you how I use this thing here. Okay, it's you can see what it is. It's 3 moving averages, right? And for me to go bearish, right, I want to see price trade down, and we trade below the middle line. Yeah, the middle line. If we start trading below the middle line, then I might be interested in a short. Yeah, that's how I use this. So for us to be bearish, we need to take out this low, and if we take out this low, and I check my it's a tool that I'm testing out. Okay, I don't use it fully yet. I'm still in the process of testing it out. So if you do get price to move down, ideally I want us to be trading below it on the daily time frame, because anytime we go below it on the daily time frame, you can see here price stays below and then we trade down. However, right now we are still above it, so it's all longs. Let's hide this. I don't use it. Okay, but I can see just by looking at price, they're unwilling to go down. So use this as a first target, second target, and then right, so right here, 79 pip stop loss. I said bit too big. Right, so go below this down candle here. Right, let's post this one as well. Copy. If I come here, Swiss is stronger than the yen. Swiss is stronger than the yen. That's okay. And Swiss is stronger than the yen, so it's in good hands, right? Until we get something different. Pound yen has moved into a consolidation. I think we have this equal high, this high and that high. We might get that run. And ideally wait for price to trade above this. Oops, sorry. Okay, wait for price to trade above this, and then we look for this high. And if I jump onto the daily and project this down candle, okay, then we can get that one too. And if we do break that, I think this whole, there's nothing in here, so price might come back to these lows, so we can look for potential move there. Right, if we do get a trade above this high, okay, that would be a reaccumulation. I've showed you guys about this one. Yeah, if price is going up and we have a down and up, if price is going up and we have a down candle in the middle, we wait for price to trade above it, and we should see continuation to the upside. Okay, something like this. Down candle when price is going up, we trade above it, we look for continuation. Up candle when price is going down, we trade below it, we look for continuation. Right, something like this. So what you're seeing is something like this. So once we trade above it, we look for continuation to the upside. So wait for price to trade above this, and once we do trade above it, then you look for these upside objectives. So if I drop back down to the 4-hour, I can put a note here to say wait for price to close above. Okay, wait for price to close above it, and then that should be your TP1. And TP2. And post. All right, let's carry on. Okay, Cardian. I think Cardian is similar to Aussie yen, right? CAD is being bullish. We did find support. There was a weekly small little gap in here, right? That's why I said CAD, the yen pairs are very tricky to trade. Look at this candle, right? We had a bearish candle. If I do measure this manipulation candle from up to the down, we find support at 168. Usually 168 is if we don't go down to 2, 168 is where price will turn around, and if price turns around, then we have to go the opposite direction. That's one rule I use for trading the manipulation candles. So price should go to the 2%. If it doesn't get to the 2% and it finds support at 168 and a rejection, then once we trade above this down candle, this is bullish, so we can measure this, sorry, not that one, this one, and then project it to the upside and target there and there. So those of the members that are not here, they are not gonna benefit. That's why I asked everyone to join the VIP, because there are certain things I cannot share everything on the free signal members. Right, so if we don't find support here, we'll be looking for a continuation to the upside. We're going to measure all this move to the downside and consider it as manipulation and look for a continuation to the upside. Right, so all these down candles here will be measured as manipulation, and we should look for upside objectives. It's a bit tricky to trade this pair. Again, it's a yen pair. I don't like yen pairs. I hate them. They're too manipulative. Okay, so let's see if we can get I don't think price is gonna support, because we had this last up candle. We did come here on Monday, it didn't do anything. Tuesday went through it, Wednesday going through it. So ideally I think they want to just continue going up, right? So upside objective would be, for now, this last candle here. We're almost there, so I'll see how we trade here, and if you do get retracement, then I'll be in favor of a buy. I'll be honest with you guys, price is a bit tricky right now. The way I look at price, if we break down, okay, we have a low in here, we have a high, we have a higher high, and we have a lower high. If we break, price shouldn't go up all the way here. It should just find support at this low and continue going down, or find support here and continue going down. Now it's just gone through everything. Okay, and because I've been trained, right, I've been trained to look at price this way. That's how I look at price, and if it's not giving me what I need to see, then I cannot give more information about it, if you understand what I mean, because I trade with principles, and the principles is, okay, price is going up, price is going up like this, and then we break down. Once we break down, it's an indication that price doesn't want to go up, it wants to go down. So the next this is an impulse, we call it. The next retracement should find support here, or should find support there, and then we should look for another leg down. Okay, that's how I trade, that's how I've been trained. So if price gets here and I look for a sell and I get stopped out, I have to come up here and look for a sell, and if I get stopped out, then I don't have anything on price to look for. Okay, because that's not how, this is not how, or this is how price should behave to me. And if it's not doing that, then there's something wrong, then I just don't have to do anything. Okay, that's what we are seeing on this and most of the pairs. If we go through them, most of the pairs, that's what's happening. So we had this low, we run up, taking out this side and broke down. So this low is supposed to act as support. We did get that in here, and then we went down. It should continue going down, right? But we've rejected at a level unknown in here, yeah, and then price is now pushing up through this last up candle, which is meant to act as support and send price back down. So where we are in here, right, what I will do is I have to be patient to see if we get a rejection, because this last up candle, as I'm showing you up here, should act as support and send price back down again, because this will be considered as impulse, retracement, continuation, right? If I can show you examples of it, and okay, something like this, we have impulse, retracement. Is either we find support here, which is the last up candle, the opposite of moving down. Okay, this last up candle or this last down candle, that's where we're supposed to find support, and we should continue going up. So once we see price going through all of them, it becomes hard to trade. So we have to be patient and see if we're gonna get rejection, and then once we do get the rejection, we can take the opportunity. Okay, same thing in here. Because we are bearish, not bullish, because we are bearish, we want to see price give support here. If it doesn't, then it has to give it there. So right now, that's where we are trading. So we have to wait to see some form of a rejection in the lower time frame and a push down. So on the 4 hour, ideally wait for some form of a rejection. So where I'm considering something like that is this up candle in here, right? Because this and that are the last 2 up candles, so orders might be sitting in here. So if you do get up here, I'll look for some form of a rejection and then go short. Or looking at how price is, okay, it's not a big stop loss. Yeah, that's about 34 pips. So 34 pips is not a big deal. I can look for a 2-1 or 3-1 on this one. Yeah, something like that. Okay, once we get up here, but let's get up there first and then see what is gonna happen. Okay, dollar yen, dollar yen. Okay, all yen pairs are going up. This one is not doing it. So we have a high, a higher high, and a low high. So this thing has broken down, and it should continue to go down. It should find support. It should find support here, and then continue going down. Okay, if you don't find support, then we have to wait for this last up candle there. But looking at what the dollar is doing, right? Looking at what the dollar is doing, this is what I'll do, and I trade back down here. That's all I have for now. Okay, because we've broken down, price to come here, reject, and come down there. If I'm wrong and it trade above this, then because we did run this low, I'll view this movement as well manipulation, and then I'll project it to the upside. Okay, I'll project this down candles to the upside and look for upside objective. Euro yen, let's go on the daily. I think this equal high right here. That equal high is the next upside objective, and we could spread our wings to there. So this and that with a stop is drop down to the hourly with a stop below here. With a stop below there, and these two. Okay, and that's all I have. Right, let's see what will happen. But I don't like giving this kind of trade, so I just point it out there, and if you like it, then you can take it. But I'm not gonna send this one out because I don't like one-to-one trades. New Zealand, we have got to the first target. Let me put that one there. That was the first target here, and we did reach it right there. and we're getting a bounce off from there. Let's go to the 4 hour. This is a swing trade idea, so we might have to stay in it for a little bit. Let's see what New Zealand is doing. We might get some support up here, so it's still fine. So there's nothing to do on this. We just have to stay in it. Once we've got to the first target, we have to stay in it and see what price will do. Okay, similar to this one, it's a swing trade idea. Again, we ran up, taking out this high, so this low should act as support. That's why my stop loss is above that. So we should see this area act as support and send price back down. So let's see how we're gonna trade there. EuroCAD, I think we've broken down this area. We have this down candle now in place. Okay, because we are still bullish on this. Okay, down candles should act as support. That's why I was looking for a buy, I think on Monday, and price did stop me out. I still will consider a buy if we do get support. I want to see my rejection pattern in here, right? Or what I consider a market structure break. So I want to see a high, a low, like I outlined here. So this is a low, a high, a low, and then we break above it. That will be bullish for me, and then I'll look for a price to continue going up. It's not the case, so I have to be patient, right? I have to be very patient. There's nothing on this that I like, so we have to be patient. Pound CAD, yesterday I think some of our members did take this trade. I did mention that because we have formed a swing high, okay, this was an easy trade. Between this high and that low, we should see price come to 50%, which is this level here, and we can see price almost, not almost, that was the target there. That was the target there, and we've missed it by a few inches, few pips. Right, so don't lose sweat on this one. We should find support in here because this is the last down candles prior to all this move upside. We should find support. On the daily it doesn't look like anything, but on the 4 hour it does. So what might end up happening is we still have, okay, I think this high is higher than that high, so that's why we didn't go through it. I didn't look at it properly. Yeah, that's a signature of price that you have to be familiar with. Okay, anytime you have this high, okay, price cannot, not that it cannot, but it will find it hard to break through it. Okay, so it will find support in this high and then send price back down, and then that will create equal high. I've shared this several times. So that's will create equal high for a later price run. So whatever happens, our next upside objective will be this equal highs in here. Okay, how we come back there, how we come back up there is to be known. Okay, so we have to be patient and wait and see some form of a turnaround. A turnaround, and once we do get that turnaround, then we will look for a continuation to the upside there. Okay, we don't have the turnaround yet on this time frame. This is the 4 hour time frame. Maybe at least trade above this down up candle, and then we can look for price to push up to take out that equal high. For now, we've reached the target, so on the sidelines and wait. Dollar CAD, what a pair. I'm almost done. I've gone over 8 minutes. I'll do my best and finish up quickly. We do have a low, so I don't see price going through it. We do have this down candle in here that might act as support. Okay, it might act as support. If I jump onto the 3 months time frame, you can see we are trading at this last down candle before all this move up, right? There will be, okay, there might be a chance that we are turning around. Okay, so what do I mean? Price doesn't go up forever. Okay, we've been going up, up. So there might be a chance that this might break, and then we might now be in a bear market like this. Okay, for now we don't know yet, because this down candle is here. We don't know yet, and we should respect it. Okay, so what is going to happen is we went to the high, found support, we're coming back down, so the next area to look for support is here. And if I drop down to the weekly, you're gonna see how it looks like. Right there. If we don't find support there, then the main threshold, should act as support. So if I drop back down to the weekly, and you can see right there, okay, the main threshold is likely possible, because that's where it's closer to the lower low in here. It's two of them. Let me use this one and that one, so two lower lows, so we shouldn't see price breakthrough easily. So I like where we are, this down candle. We might see some support coming in here. Okay, we might see some support coming in there, and then send price for a retracement, and then maybe come back down in there. Okay, so for now, shorts, any retracement is subject to shorts. I like this last up candle. If we do manage to retrace up there, let's do this. If we do manage to retrace up here, okay, then look for a short to come back down, right? Even if we hit this level, when we come up here, I'll attempt a short, and if I get stopped out, then I'll flip the trade and go on the upside for that retracement. Okay, so that's all I have for now. Up here, short down, or down here, come up short, and then if I get stopped out, then you flip the trade and then go up with it. Cat sways. We are trending down. This is, so we have impulse retracement. We've traded back up to this last swing high in here, and we are in that swing high now. So what might end up happening is we might find support. Let me draw the levels. Right there. So these are the three levels I'm looking for support. We went to the last one, almost to the last one, and rejected, and price is pushing back up again. So for me to go short, I want to see this low taken. Yeah, that's when I will look for a short. If this low doesn't, if they don't take out this low, and then they trade above this high, Yeah, if they don't trade below this low and then they trade above that high, then I will look at this down candles and then project them to the upside and look for upside objectives. Okay. Guys, give me 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry for that. The king just woke up. Sorry, I didn't look at the questions. Bear with me and I'll check them again. I'll check them again. All right. Okay, so let's look at let's see if we're gonna come back and take out this low. If we do take out this low, then I will look for a short. If not, then I'll be on the sidelines to see what price will do. If we do trade above this high, okay, if we trade above this high, then I think they will come up. I don't see anything in here to act as support. Then we might have to take longs, but I don't see that yet. So let's wait to see how they will trade in here. But what I will consider, personally, is for them to take out this low. Once they do take out this low, then I'll view it as, if I can draw it, we have this, and then we broke down. So retracement, this is a bigger deep retracement, and then we continue going down. Okay, so let's wait and see. Euro New Zealand, yesterday I did have this level here. We stole sideways, which is sorry for my word, eating my head off. I'm still bullish on this, but it's just that we've moved into sideways. It's typical. With this aggressive move to the upside is expected, right? Anytime you have impulse leg, okay, once we have a strong move to one side of the market, whether up or down, once we do that, there's two things that's going to happen. One is we're going to go into sideways, or two, we're going to retrace. So on pound CAD, we went up, retraced, okay, which is good. If it's going to do that, perfect. But when it does this, okay, we go up and it goes sideways, it becomes so hard to trade it. Yeah, it becomes so hard to trade it, and that's the condition we have right now. This last down candle is not giving up. I think they're running the stops, and it's still is still intact. Okay, it's not willing to give up. So they've run this low, run this low, run this low again, and it's still. So I think people are trying to buy this thing. Okay, and it's stopping them out. Which I didn't buy this one. I bought Euro Aussie, and it stopped me out. Yesterday, in here, I was long, and it stopped me out. I was looking for this high to be run. Yeah, I was looking for that high to be run, and it stopped me out. So that's close to Euro New Zealand. So let me just talk about Euro New Zealand and finish. We still have that upside objective to be met in here. On the daily, however, we are trading at that last up candle, which I did mention. Okay, we are finding support at that last up candle. So if we do close below, let's get rid of this. If we do close below this here, which is on the hourly, that's what it's doing there. Wicking right there. Yeah, wick. If we do manage to close there, then what I'll do is I'll measure this to that, and I'll look for a retracement back down here. I'll look for a retracement back down here. Okay, so let's see if we can get what a close below on the hourly on there, and then I'll look for a retracement back down here, because this last up candle is providing support. Okay, so there's nothing to do right now on this than to be patient. I do like this level down here because it had a strong move away. Price never got back down really to this, so I'll probably use that as my first target area. Yeah, I'll probably use that as my first target area. So if you do manage to trade below this, then I'll target this for first target, and then this is a strong level. Again, messy. Yeah, I don't like the way price went up. It was just too staircase trading, which is a mess, so price can just break through it. On the hourly, however, this is a nice level. Okay, it's a really nice level up there. Dude, pound New Zealand, we are trading at, again, the last up candle there. I was looking for it to go up there, but I didn't. I think we have formed some form of a swing high. 1, 2, 3. So we can start looking for a retracement. Yeah, we can start looking for a retracement, and 50% right there. So if I do see a level that I'll be interested in selling short, it's nothing clean up here. Okay, we are almost trading below this one. Okay, that's a engulfing. Yeah, engulfing this down candle. So ideally I'll do this, maybe something like that, and then target the 50% as my downside objective. All right, that's what I'll do for now. So let's see, and if we do get this move to the downside, then our euro, this one might flip. We might flip this one. Okay, I'm having conflicting conflicting thoughts about whether this wants to go down. If it wants to go down, then we have to look for pound longs. If this wants to go up, then we have to look for euro longs, right? Because that's how I use this pair. So if this pair is going to go down, then I have to focus on pound pairs. And if it's going to go up, then I have to focus on euro pairs. Okay, at the moment it looks like we are trending down. Yeah, we are trending down, so I want to focus on pound pairs giving support. That's why I'm hesitate to say, okay, we're gonna go down, right? Because pound is still strong. Pound is not weak. Yeah, we might see it as weak, but it's still strong, right? And just like I was mentioning earlier, if you were here, I said we should run this one and then come down here for support, and you can see that. So I might be interested in a long down here. Yeah, just like we had the other day. I think down here, just like we had there, I might be interested in a long there. Right, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Okay, so let's jump back up to this one. That last up candle on the 4-hour is the next level where I'll see if price is gonna give support. Right, let's jump back to this one. So hold on to the shorts for now, okay, and let this down candle break. Let this down candle break, and then if it breaks, then we can look for shorts. As long as this down candle is holding price, I don't think we should look for shorts at the moment, because that's the last down candle prior to all this move to the upside, and it's a strong level, right? So hold on to your shorts. If we do break this low, then we can look for shorts. So if I bring my line there, go on to the daily, okay, then this is the level you need to watch. And then if you do break that, then you can take a short to the 50% down here. All right, so let's see what this one will do up here right now or today. Aussie, New Zealand, still bullish on the 4-hour, so we go with the 4-hour bullishness. Aussie is bullish, New Zealand is weak. Okay, that's all we have. Aussie is bullish, New Zealand is weak. So what you're gonna do is pair up. If you have any trade idea, aside what I'm giving you, if you have any trade idea and it's a Aussie or a New Zealand pair, I would say go for the Aussie pair. Yeah, and then if you have a trade idea that involves with the New Zealand, then you're supposed to be pairing something that is strong against the New Zealand, because the New Zealand will be weak compared to the Aussie, if you get what I mean. So Aussie, because it's going up, is strong, so you pair that one with a weaker pair. So if I come here, go on the daily, so something like Aussie yen, okay, and then because the New Zealand is weak, if I jump on here, okay, I can pair something like the New Zealand CAD, okay, New Zealand CAD, because the CAD is stronger than the New Zealand. That's why we are short on the New Zealand CAD. Short term is pushing up, but overall long term or for the week, it should be going this way, right? So back to Aussie, New Zealand. I personally don't trade this directly unless I see something nice. It looks like it wants to take out this daily high. It wants to come up and take this one, but because we do have this higher than that, sorry, this higher than that one. Okay, we should find some support in here and then later run it. Where we find it, I don't know. It was this last up candle that I was looking at. We did come there yesterday, right there. We came there yesterday and then gave a rejection, and we've now come back up again. So if you want to trade what you see, then this to the upside should see price come above this high here and right there. Let's get rid of this one. That if you want to trade what you see, then this is what you have. There. Let me go into the hourly and yeah, there. Okay, so this down candle is manipulation, taking out this low. We measure it to the upside. First target here, second target there. Okay, that's all. That's all I have. Okay, if you want to take this, your Aussie, again, like I said, tricky. We have retraced into this down candle. Okay, we are bullish from here. We have a low, high, retracement, bullish, retracement. We're currently trading here at the last down candle. So let's see if we're gonna find support. That we cannot measure, or we cannot trade to the 50% because the low is right here between this high and this low. We are stuck in here. So let's see if we can find, or if we're gonna find support in that last down candle. So if we do get let's see if we can trade above this high. Right, let's see if we can trade above this high. I want to see what this one will do first. Right, I want to see if we're gonna break this high. So let's be patient. Right, I'm not gonna give anything on that right now. I want to see if we want to trade above this high or we want to reject and continue going down. That's what I want to see now. If we do reject and we continue going down, then I'll not be interested in longs on euro pairs. I'll be interested in longs on maybe pound pairs. Okay, so let's see what this one will do for now. Okay, so forget this one for now, leave it, let it be. Leave it there for now, and let's see what this pair is. Where is it? Yeah, let's see what this pair is trying to do for today. Okay, we don't have to necessarily take a trade today. Pound Aussie, I was looking for price to give support and take it to the upside to take out that high. That's not the case. I think they've just run this low. Right, let's see if they will stay below that low. If they do, which probably might, if I measure this low all the way up there. Okay, 50% is down here. We are, I think I've missed it. I've missed it. Yeah, we did have. I was focusing on this high, so I missed it yesterday. If I drop down to the hourly, right here, that was when price broke down. So we look for 50%. I missed it. Sorry guys, my bad. I was too focused on this high for price to break that. I think we will come down to 50%, and this level is where I'm watching because that's the up candle before this whole move down. On the weekly, it's a weekly down candle. We've traded above it, So it is a meaningful level. If I go onto the monthly, there's nothing there. Okay, so on the weekly, I think we might find support down here. Okay, because this took out this low. I don't think this is possible. So we will see how price is gonna react here. Yeah, let's see how price is gonna react here. Right there. Let's see how price is gonna react. If we do find support in there, they might just run this low and then reject. See a rejection candle, something like this in here, then I'll be interested in a long again at this level, because that's a weekly level. If not, then I have to come back all the way down here, which is the mean threshold of this down candle. So just the same principle I showed you on the other ones. If we break above, the ones I showed you earlier was short, this one is long. If we break above a up candle, okay, it should act as support and send price up. So if we don't find support here, then we have to look down and see our last down candle, which is almost here, right? We do have two of them, that's why it's a bit tricky. We have one here and then one there. So let's see which one gives us support. The short is gone. The short was in here. Okay, that's when we had the swing high formed. So those of you who were able to catch it, well done. I couldn't see it, and to be honest with you guys, I have a personal issue with family, with the mother of the house, so it's kind of I would say going against my logic right now. Okay, I'm trading a bit emotional because I have issues with, I think Sunday I was meant to feed my son because she went out and I didn't and she got mad at me and we're having issues over that. So I think that has clouded my mind. So that's a, how do I put it? It's a experience for you guys. Okay, when you have issues, okay, do not trade. Yeah, when you have emotional issues, when you have any issue that prevents you from thinking logically, because all your emotions will be running, do not trade, because then everything you do will be wrong. Okay, so that's why I didn't see this thing forming, because I was going through stuff. Right, I'm human. Okay, so let's see if you go and find support in here. All right, if not, then we just leave it as it is because the short is gone. Okay, then we start looking for longs again. Overall, I think this thing is bullish. We've turned around, so it's just an impulse and then retracement. So we're gonna see where we will find support, and then we can take longs. All right. Maybe if I measure this high, this low to that high, right in here, could be, but I will not neglect this one. That's why I'm hesitating to say take shorts, because this thing might provide support up here, and then use this two down candles as projection for next upside objectives. Okay, so be mindful if you're going short right now. Yeah. Another tricky one, I was looking for longs to the 50% of this range, just like I will do on every pair. Okay, and then price failed to get there. I took a long, like I shared with you guys the other day. I took a long from in here, and I was looking for price to get there. It didn't do it. It came close to it, and then price came back, and my trading panel put my stop loss to break even and 10 pips above my entry, so it stopped me out. Okay, but it took out this equal high and it rejected. Because we do have a swing low, just like the dollar, I don't see this thing. I don't know what it's gonna do. Honestly, I don't know what it wants to do right now, because it formed a low, so I expected price to push up a little bit, and we form a high, so we are stuck between this range. Okay, so it'd be a bit tricky to trade. So if I were you, I'll ignore this pair for now. All right. New Zealand Swiss, we've reached the last target and we've gone into consolidation. So it's a waiting game. Let's wait and see. Okay. Aussie Swiss, this thing is not doing much, right? So you're better off not touching it. Oil, if you are with me, you should understand what caused this. Yeah, I did talk about this area, why it should act as support once we break above it, because we are looking for a longs down here and we broke through it, and the fact that we broke through it, if we trade above it, it should act as support just like it would do in the first instances, and it did get that. Okay, so the target is always up there, so it's just longs, and I think that is providing strength for the CAD pairs. That's why we are looking at the New Zealand CAD. Okay, we are pairing the Aussie strength against the New Zealand, and then we are using it to short this one and this one for a swing trade. Okay, gold, yesterday I did give it to the VIP members. I said, if you know what this down candle is, the fact that we've traded above it, we should project it to the upside. Okay, I didn't want to do it during the live session, so I just eyeballed it, so it should have been there. Right, it should have been there, and we should see price go up there, and we did get that. Yeah, beautiful. Bitcoin is still doing what it needs to do, or what. Nothing on this one at the moment. I gave this as a long, and if we don't and we break below this low, then we look for shorts. It's still within that area, so there's nothing much to do on this right now. Okay, there's nothing to do on this. I don't see price moving anytime soon because it's Bitcoin. Too many eyes has jumped on this pair right now. Everyone is expecting it to continue going up, so they're gonna hold it. All right, and I think that will be it. Let's see. I did have yeah, I thought he was calling the same call as earlier this week. Yes, looking at euro pound, I explained earlier. Okay, it did take out this liquidity, but overall you can see we took out this high. Okay, this range, this and that, we took out that high, took out this low. Okay, because we took out that high and we've come all the way back down and taking out this low, this looks bearish, right? Because once we took out this high, if it's bullish, we shouldn't trade down here, because we should take out this high, come down for retracement, and then a continuation to the upside. All right, but the fact that we took out this high and we've come all the way back down and taking out this low, right, that's a lot of money involved to send price all the way down, unless we are going to go in a sideways market, then taking out this high and taking out this low, and then moving back inside the range, which is between this one and that one, would be the ideal scenario. So if we've taken out this high and we've taken out this low, then we move back inside and then we stay consolidation for some time. Okay, if that's not the case, then it should go down, right? So we should find support either here or there, and then we should see price continuing to go down. Hopefully you understand the logic behind the shorts. Yeah, that's the logic behind the shorts, because price doesn't, we don't see most of the time, okay, most of the time price doesn't do this. That's not price movement. Let's say we have this, okay, take out this high, come back down, take out this low, and then go back up and take out this high. When we have this condition, then you might as well as not trade, because this is a ranging market and it's gonna take your money. Yeah. If you understand it, then the best thing is, once we take out a low, then you'll be a buyer. Once we take out a high, then you'll be a seller. But it will take you time for you to recognize what's actually going on. It will take you a few losses for you to actually know what's going on, because what might end up happening is if we do that's too big. Okay, so I will personally take a few losses before, at least two, to figure out what we have. So if we do take out this high, my mindset is, okay, we are bullish, so retracement is a buy. And then if I buy it, then I'll get stopped out, and I say, okay, maybe they're going down. So with retracement to the last up candle or this last down candle, I'll be a seller. Yeah, with this last down candle here, I'll be a seller, and then I'll get stopped out, and then it comes up here and I'll sell it, and then I'll get stopped out and it take out this side. Then I know we are in sideways market. Okay, then and then only I'll know we are in sideways market. Then I'll start looking for a run above it, rejection, then I sell short and target the lows, and then run below this, I'll buy and I target high. Okay, that's the only time you know what's going on. It will take you a few losses to know, right? So if you don't want to take that chance, then you stay out and then wait for proper market direction. At the moment, okay, it's giving me this. Right? So it's natural that I will go with a short. Okay, I did like the daily level down here. I did like the daily level down here, and like I did explain earlier, Friday, I was interested in a long, and price didn't give me what I was looking for. It came all the way back down into the middle, and because I don't hold my trades over the weekend, I closed my trade, and then Monday we stayed sideways, and then yesterday we went up. Okay, there's nothing I could do about it, and I couldn't enter the trade yesterday because I didn't like the sideways market, but it did give the push up. Now that we're up here, I have this last up candle to contend with. Right, I have this last up candle to contend with, so it's natural for me to take a short here, because we are making lower lows, lower highs, low, lower low, lower high, low, lower low. So I'm looking for a lower high to form in here, and then a continuation to the downside. Okay, so that's the logic behind it. Right, any other pair recommendation? Yeah, no emotional trading. Yeah, I think it has affected me. I'm a cool person, and I don't like, you know, getting myself into trouble. But it seems I did, and it has affected me. So I'm trying to overcome it by doing some mindset exercises. So I might stay away from. Because of that, I've taken. Again, I'll use myself as an example, so you guys will learn from it. I ignored the signs of that emotional, or let's say psychological mindset that I was going through. I ignored it, and I took trades, and it didn't go well. Okay, and going back and reflecting on them, I think the best thing would have been I shouldn't have traded, because as good as you can be, okay, when you get these mindset issues, it clouds your logic. You will not see the market the way you should see it, and you can see it on pound. Completely missed it. I completely missed it, which is not likely, because that's what I would look for when we have this kind of conditions. Okay, I saw this one for some reason on, I think, Friday. On Friday I was in a good shape, so I gave that one out, but this one happened yesterday and I completely missed it. So you can see from, or you can tell from experience, that do not trade when you are emotional or when you have emotional issues. Do not go into the market, because you'll not see things the way you see it, and you might end up taking a loss. And as I said, honestly, I've taken I think three losses for the week, and my last trade is on pound Aussie. I was trying to buy this area, this 4-hour down candle. So if it does stop me out, that's me done for the week. Yeah, then I have to stop and then heal myself, then get back again. It's normal. You have to go through growth, you have to go through pain sometimes, right? XRP, what's that? Ripple. I haven't looked at. Wrong one. Ripple. I'm looking Coinbase. This one. It's the same. Whoa, this thing has moved. Boy, I haven't looked at this in ages. Ripple is at its infant stage. So we are finding support at the rejection mean threshold. Delete that. That's it. A last up candle in here, because we had a high. So it's setting the stage for equal high to be run. You need to go for a retracement. You're trading down at this down candle. Let's drop down to the 4-hour. So our next upside objective will be this equal high. This high and that high will be the next upside objective. How are we gonna come back up there? This wick has done damage, clean out everything. Let's have a look on the hourly. the next upside objective is this high and that high, right? But how they come up there is the problem, right? This wick has done, it's like the analogy I gave yesterday. This thing has, it's like we have clean water and someone threw mud in it. Okay, the price action has been mudded, so it's hard to see where to place a stop, where to get an entry, because this wick has mudded everything. If I'm forced to take a trade, okay, I'll go with what I always do. Okay, that's the opening price of the last down candle. Yeah, even though it had this huge wick, that's the opening price of the last down candle. That's the closing price. All right, so I should see or find support down here at these two levels. And if I do get support down there, I'll wait for a down candle to be traded above, or I will look for a trend continuation, a trend change. So what do I mean by a trend change? I would like to see something like this. Yeah, and then I'll buy here or I'll buy it there. So with that said, okay, I'll watch this high. Yeah, I'll watch this high. If we break above it, if we close above it, then I'll be interested in a long like that and place my stop here. And then for first target, I'll target here, second target there, and then I'll see if we're gonna get up there. Yeah, so if we close above this, and then I'll attempt a buy with the understanding that this 1 2 3 4 down candles was a manipulation to take price into that daily level. And then once we trade above it, I'll look for longs targeting there, there, and there. Okay, if I don't get that, then I'll not do anything. That's the only thing I can say about this. Again, price has been, it's muddy. Right, next one. Is that a pair? Is this one a pair? I'm not sure. I've not seen it before. I don't know if that is a pair, or is it? What are you trying to say, Mr.? I think that's it. There's no more pair suggestion. So if there's no more pair suggestion, then I think I've done almost 2 hours today. That's you guys can tell from my voice that and my delivery for today, I've been slow. That's why. Okay, so bear with me. Let me get my head back. Is there any other pair recommendation? Is there any other pair recommendation, or I should just end here? Just to because every day I give something away. Right, so determining price direction. How I determine that price direction, there's 2 ways. The first one is I have a high time frame level. So this is the high time frame level. high time frame level. Could be daily, could be weekly, could be monthly. That's my high time frame level. Price will come here, and then once price hit this level, okay, you might be short from coming up here, but if you are not aware of this, this might catch you off guard, and then price will do this. So what I look for is, I always have my high time frame levels there. Once price gets here, I'm looking for a run above a previous high. So that's my last high. Once price runs this high, I'm gonna take 2 trades. Okay, one is here, this high. It should act as support, and then a continuation. If I get stopped out, then I'll take the retracement to the last down candle here for a push up. If I do get stopped out like this, then I have to be on the sidelines and wait. Yeah, I have to be on the sidelines and wait, because price will not give me what I'm looking for. If we break this low, then I have to consider another level. So on the daily, usually I have 1, 2, 3 levels on the daily down candle, right? And then I'll be looking for support at one of them. If it doesn't, then it goes to the next one. But once it gets here, I will be extremely patient, because the high that needs to be taken out is all the way up here. So then I have to wait for price to come all the way up before I can be a buyer, right? If I don't get support here, then it might bounce, give a high, and then go down to this one and then break that. Then I can be a buyer again. Right, that's how I determine my change of price direction. And it's the same for if price is going up. Okay, same thing. I'll look for this, and then I'll take a short. If not, then I'll take a short up here. If I get stopped out, then I have to wait for the next level. And if this doesn't give me anything, then I have to wait till here. And if this doesn't give me anything, then I have to just ignore the shorts. Okay, so that's how I determine my change of price direction. So if I have a daily, weekly, monthly level, that's what I look for when price gets there. Okay, so if I can give you a quick example of that with this one, actually is on this. So this is a weekly level, right? And you can see my 3 levels there, 1, 2, 3. So if price hits the first one, I'm looking for a break. I don't get that, then it goes up to the second one. Because this is a daily time frame, you can be a buyer, right? Once it gets to the second one, then I'll be looking for the same thing. If I don't get that, then I'll wait for the last one. And if I don't get that, then it means that price is not willing to go down. Then I have to wait for pullback, and then I go with the momentum to the upside. But usually I don't do this on the weekly, because the weekly takes so long to break. As you can see, it takes 8 days to break the low. So I do it on the daily. So if I go into CAD yen, so this one, yeah, so once we break, this was a high time frame level. Once we break down, I'll be looking for sells here, and we did get that, I think, on Friday, if you remember. In here, that was that sell. Yeah, that was that sell that took price all the way down. So once I get that, I look for continuation to the downside. Okay, if I don't get the continuation, then I have to look at the last up candle, which is this one. And then once we get here, I'll be looking for a rejection and for price to break. So this here, that's how I kept mentioning, I want to see price break this low. If we do break it, then what I've just showed you, price hit this, break, then I'll look for shorts. If I don't get that, I have to go to the next level, which is here. If I don't get that, then the last one, and if you don't get that, price is going to continue breaking and going up. It's a bit of a patience trading. You have to be a little bit patient, yeah, but it's rewarding because once you get moves like this, it pays off for all the losses that you do take and gives you more. Yeah, so hopefully you find this insightful on the way I look at price. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the message, man. What is that pair? USD ZAR. USD ZAR. USD ZAR. Okay, I think let's measure this high to that low and see if we've reached 50%. We have reached 50%, so that could lead price to bounce, and then I think this whole down candle needs to be rebalanced, so it should come back down here. It should come back down there. Go highs. Right, wait and see if we will get a close below this down candle, up candle, last up candle. If we do, then I think you can swing trade it and take a short there. Place your stop above this and target down here with a first target at this candle, second target targeting this equal lows in here, and then it doesn't look like it on the daily, but on the weekly and the monthly we have this one up candle that needs to be rebalanced on the downside, right? So something like this, we have one. If I show you example here, say look at, we have 1 2 up candles and we come back down. Same thing here, we have 1 2 down candles and then we come up. Once you're able to trade above this, okay, once you're able to trade below this, what price must do is price must trade to the last up candle here and close this all in, and we do have that. We've closed below that, so price should come all the way down here and close it in, right? So on the daily, it's on the monthly, so it's gonna take time. On the daily, wait for price to close below this up candle, and then use what I've just showed you. Sell short, place your stop above there, and then look for a continuation to the downside. First target here, second target there, and then ultimately looking for price to come down here to close that, to close all this in. Does that help? Let's look at on the 4-hour. Yeah, okay, look for that. Wait for a close below this low, just like I just showed you here. We will have a low, high, and then we break down, then you look for a sell up here, but it will be a combination of this down and then last up candle. right? If it doesn't do that, okay, and it manages to come above this, then let's go back onto the daily. Let's have a look on the weekly, because it might want to come back up a little bit more into the last up candle here, which is still valid, right? So if it does trade right, if we do trade above, I think it's almost there anyway. If we do trade above there, then the next target will be that monthly last up candle, and we should see price by then give a huge move to the downside, right? So if this doesn't give away and give you the short, then it should come up here, and then right there you start looking for that scenario that I've just outlined. So if it doesn't give you a swing high here, it should give you a swing high up there, and then it gives you even more room to the downside. Yeah, give you more room to the downside. Any other pair recommendation? Let's jump on to pound and see what pound is doing. Didn't quite come to where I wanted it to. Maybe in the afternoon it will do. We will see. And this one is also playing up. I like the 4-hour level. Looks interesting. All right, I think there's no suggestions, so I think I'm gonna end up here. All right, guys, I have to end here, okay? And I'll see you guys. I don't think I'll be able to do New York this afternoon, okay? I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, same time in the portal. All right, take care.